I remember reading a post that said, "You let your bad days affect you too much. You don't let your good days affect you enough." And I really had to sit on that because when I reflect on 2023, I think a lot about the negatives and just not so much about the good that came out of the year. So, for example, I got laid off in the beginning of the year and I was extremely upset about it. I mean, I lost my main source of income. I think anybody would be upset about that. But I didn't think about the good that came from that, right? I was unemployed from May to September, but I had a beautiful, beautiful summer break. Beautiful summer break. And I remember when I graduated high school and I thought to myself, once we start working, we don't get summer breaks. You work year round. Our parents work year round. I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is it. Unless you're a teacher or something, but still, it blew my mind how people work for years and years and at the most can get 2 to 3 weeks off a year. So I just appreciated the fact that I could enjoy my summer. I was able to enjoy my birthday. I spent a lot of time with my siblings. I just had a lot more time for life, more time to do things Tia wanted to do and put her energy into. And it felt really, really good. If you were laid off this year and you're still trying to find employment, it's going to be okay. It is, because what a lot of companies and organizations have done is that they actually overhired during the pandemic, and then they realized they were overstaffed or over the company budget, and then, that's when they begin to lay people off. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I think sometimes I don't think of my good days as much because they don't feel euphoric like when I was younger. I become more and more self-aware as I get older, and I feel that due to that, it's become more difficult for me to remain present or enjoy any present moment. It's like I see and I feel the depths of everything. As an adult, I feel like we're always worried about something. We're always worried about something. And that worry can take control sometimes. And it's tough trying to push that worry to the back of your mind and overpower that worry with optimism. It's just really tough. And I guess that's why they say ignorance is bliss, because it really is. But either way, I need to stop carrying this outlook that just because the day didn't feel euphoric, it wasn't a good day. Okay? A good day is feeling good, looking good. Everyone at work minding their business, no one pissing me off, right? Coming home to family. That is a good day. That's a good day. And sometimes I worry about not feeling euphoric again in adulthood, because when I experience those euphoric days, I haven't even touched adulthood yet. And I'm always like, can I be happy with no worries again? But what it really all boils down to is how I perceive happiness. What my definition of happiness is. Because happiness is going to look different at different times in our lives. And I think right now for me, what happiness is just being at peace. Being able to be at peace. And I do believe that peace is reachable and attainable. I remember watching a Mel Robbins video a couple months ago where, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't know the words word for word, but I remember watching this video where she was pretty much discussing how one of her daughters suffered really bad from depression and just, trying to get to happiness, and she discussed how you should take a piece of paper and on the left, write everything you did when you were feeling happier. And then on the right, write all the things that you're doing now and just see the difference and make the changes accordingly. And, some of those things on the left may be, oh, well, when I was happier, I was taking a walk every day at 7 a.m. And then on the right, you know, you look at what you're doing now and it's like, well, sleeping in till noon, you know. And she was just saying, like, you have to go back to the things that were making you happy. But I'm like, Mel, how do I go back to when I didn't have bills to pay? Like, how do I go back to the days I didn't have bills? You know, that's when I felt extreme happiness, you know. But again, like, happiness is just going to look different in different times of our lives. It just is. So it is going to take those little things that make you feel better. Even if you don't feel exactly happy, you know, just feeling better is a big step in itself. Man, you guys should have seen me at the beginning of the year, the beginning of 2023. I did everything to kick off the new year right. Like, I did a lot. I'm writing down my goals. I'm under the table eating my 12 grapes in my red underwear. Like, so much. I'm still single, by the way, but I'm doing it all. I'm doing it up. And I know there were some people who were running around outside with their suitcases because they wanted to travel more. It was hilarious. But overall, what I can say is that this year for me was just really about strategy. Really about figuring shit out. Figuring out what's good for me, what isn't. I feel like I understand me more. I listen to me more. Just a lot of strategy. I do want to leave you guys with this though, okay? Throughout 2024, do what's best for you. You can reinvent yourself as many times as you like. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I think it's important too to also just not share your goals and your visions that you have for yourself. It's private, it's personal, you know. But also be sure that when you set these goals for yourself, that you are clear, that you are intentional. Don't just say, oh, I want to lose 40 pounds. Say, I want to lose 40 pounds from healthy dieting and exercise. I truly don't wish this on anyone, truly, but people lose weight from illnesses or not being able to afford to eat. So I just think it's so important to be clear and intentional with what you're putting out to the universe. Just when it comes to the things that you want to receive, just be clear. Be clear. Don't share your vision boards. Vision boards can get really deep. This year, I just put pictures on mine, but I know the intention and the goals behind each photo. Each photo, you know, people can get really, really deep and detailed on them. So anyways, I hope this all made sense. I feel like I was just talking all over the place and nothing was necessarily chronological. But also, what I want you guys to do is tell me what you would like to hear more of from the Thread of Thoughts podcast in 2024. I know some of y'all are probably like, guests. We would love to hear some guests or shit, even more consistency. And the guest is still on the table. The consistency is something I need to work on, right? But feel free to DM me at the Thread of Thoughts pod on Instagram with your answers. I'm looking forward to it. But thank you guys so much for listening. I really, really do appreciate it. I can't believe 2024 is in like 2 weeks. I'm going to be 26 next year and I still feel like I'm 17. I can't grasp that. I just can't. Like 26? 26? Oh my God. To me, that is 30. 26 is 30. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I really, really, really appreciate it. 2024 is going to be great. Okay? Speak it into existence. Be sure to follow, listen, and subscribe on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. And also be sure to follow the podcast Instagram at Thread of Thoughts Pod. And we will talk next year. Bye.